Leaders' voices, voice against vice.
Hello guys, it's your girl MC Christy, your host, Leaders' Voices. And today we have Pastor Enoch, CNN, the pastor in charge of the evening church, a place of transformation, a great youth advocate, and of course, my mentor. Today we have him here and he'll be discussing addiction. Not just any kind of addiction, but smoking, which is a form of drug abuse that is really dealing with our youths. I bet he will do justice to the topic. So let us sit down tight and then hear him teach us, coach us, and help us help others that have this as a challenge. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's nice being here, and it's nice having me on the show. And we're going to have a beautiful time. Sit tight, listen, and we believe that after the broadcast, you're going to find healing and the roadmap to coming out of any kind of addiction you are into. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Like I said, he knows a lot, and God will use him today to heal a lot.
Thank you.
We don't need to start from the very scratch. What is drug abuse? What is smoking? But there is something very particular I would like you to address.
Okay.
Why do young people turn to drug abuse, especially smoking? This vaping thing, shisha thing is really killing. Why is everybody doing it now?
Okay. First of all, I would like by saying something. I feel like I should start with a godly introduction. The first thing first is, within the times of this broadcast, we need to understand that we are not here for condemnation. We are here to help 1, 2, 3, or 4 people that will be listening to this. We are here that after the broadcast, you are going to find healing. You are going to call in for mentorship. Okay, you're going to find in the pathway to make sure that you're a better person and leave addiction. Now, having said that, it is predominant that today we have a lot of young people who are addicted to drugs, a lot of them. And when we say young people, we always think the guys within the 30 years, the guys in the university, but it's shocking by my experience and mentoring a lot of people that even teenagers, both teenagers, are highly addicted to drugs. You know, recently a young girl in SS2 did come to me for help. And the problem is that they opened a Facebook group, you know, these young secondary school guys. And then from the Facebook groups, people keep joining. Their classmates from other schools keep joining. And after that, they donate money. And then they buy these drugs, the Indian hems, the whatever drugs you think about. And then they pay for hotel.
Wow.
And then they go lodge. And then they go high and have. This is happening within our state here.
SS2.
And these are SS2 young people. So sometimes when we discuss these things, we think it is something far-fetched with the older people or older generation. But today I want us to come down to earth. I want us to be real so that we can find help and be open so that these young people that listen to us might be able to find healing. So one of the major reasons why I feel young people go into drug abuse is because peer pressure. You know, a lot of folks want to do things that their age mates are doing.
Yes.
So because my friends are doing this, like just the story I just told you, because my guys are friends are doing this, I want to do it. Not necessarily because it's giving me anything. You see, there are a lot of pressure on the young folks. They want to do what their friends are doing. You say, if you test this, if you smoke this, if you sniff this, you're going to feel somehow. So they want to do it because they want to feel somehow because their friend
recommends.
did. Yeah, exactly. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So there's pressure on the young people. And they need to mellow down. They need to calm down. You see, one of the quotes I give to young people is that whatever you can't do with your clear eye, you're not meant to do it. You get it?
Yeah.
So you must have clear eye. You must be okay in whatever you want to. So you want to smoke, you want to go high because you want to check a lady, or you want to dance, or you want to engage in one thing or the other. It's not meant for you for that age.
So
you must do
you don't come
everything.
to
Exactly.
regret in the next
So there
minute.
is peer pressure on the young people. Another reason is depression. A lot of young folks are depressed.
Depressed.
When we hear the word depression, we think it is for the daddies and the mummies who are into trying to pay the school fees and have burdens in family. No, no, no. A lot of young people are depressed. I mean, really, really depressed. So some of them are into a lot of stuff disturbing their mind. You see folks in secondary school depressed because mommy can't pay school fees. There's issues in the family.
But that is the mother's cross to carry, or that
You
is
see,
cross to
that
carry.
is what we think. That's what we used to think, or what we are thinking. That why they are pressurized, or this pressure is not supposed to be for these young people. Now look at it this way: a child goes to school, and he's chased out of the school because of school uniform or because of school fees.
Yeah.
You think it's an effect that happens or affects only the parents. The child is affected because mentally he feels something is wrong with me. Something is wrong with the family I'm coming from. I'm coming from a lower kind of background of family.
True.
That's why I'm out of the school and my friends are in the school. So
true.
depression sets in. And that depression is what leads to competition. You know, a lot of friends are getting the iPhone, getting the clothes, getting the whole thing. Like Valentine is coming anyway within this weekend. You know, so they feel this low self-esteem. That, hey, I don't belong.
The gap of the
Are you
haves
getting
and
it?
the have-nots,
Exactly.
the rich, the
So
poor.
that actually sets in, and they want to calm down. They want to cool off. The drug sets in.
Wow.
So peer pressure, depression is one big key that pushes young folks into beyond the secondary school. Guys in the university, guys in their 30s, there are a lot of pressures. A lot of pressures. 3 friends grew up in the same street, in the same background. In less than 2 years, your friend travels and comes back with Benz.
Intimidating, I must
Are you getting the whole thing?
Yes.
If you're not careful, you feel like something is wrong with you.
True.
You see?
Village people as well.
So that kind of depression kicks in, and a young person wants to calm down. You can't sleep well, you can't have a good rest, and the only way to have rest is to engage in drugs. So another key that actually pushes young people into drug is boredom. They just feel bored.
But
I just want to have fun. I just want to catch fun. You know. I feel like for the last 3 hours I've been at home. Now let's go out and catch fun. And then they enter the party. They enter the gatherings, and they are high.
sure.
You get it. But you see, when you want to be productive in life, if you want to actually make a headway in life, you must deal with the issue of I'm lonely. How do you do it? Get busy.
Sure.
Get busy with purpose, get busy with work, get busy with career, get busy with things, with your life. When you do that, you're not going to be under any kind of pressure. You're not going to be any kind of boredom to the extent that you want to
Do
do drugs. Are you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give maybe the last route. The next question can come in. I feel there is one big factor we always neglect when it comes to drug abuse, and that is the modeling. Parents model these things to these young folks. Majority of things I'm saying today is from the act of people that I've been able to counsel over the years,
Okay.
and the meeting of some people that come for help, and handling some family matters.
All right.
There are parents that are into drugs. Elder brothers are into drugs. Elder siblings into drugs. You
Yes.
get that? So when that happens, you create a platform where a child feels this is just the best way or pathway. So they learn it from parents. They learn it from the elders. They learn it from the siblings that are older than them.
I had a young, will I say fantasy?
Okay.
Just relating to what you're
Yeah.
saying. When I was much more younger, I thought having tattoo and then smoking makes you a big girl.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Because we had some girls coming from Togo then.
Okay.
When they come into Jos, yes, they are around. And what do? They go around smoking. And oh my God, I just wanted to grow up and take to smoking. So I think I relate to what you're saying, but
Exactly.
now I know better.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
not like
it's by God's grace and whatever that happened to you while growing up that you did not go through that route. But a lot of young people are smoking today, addicted to drugs because their parents were doing it.
Yes.
Okay, this young lady came for counseling and she started smoking because the father was addicted to smoke. Addicted that the father sends her to go buy cigarette. To that extent, you send your daughter from a teenage will go buy me is this.
It's known in the family
it's normal with
and accepted.
and the painful part is that was what later killed the dad. The heart, whatever that happened, the disease that came after it. But she's already getting addicted, so she doesn't want to die like the father died. So she came for help. Okay, so a lot of people get into drug abuse because of the parental influence. The parents are there, the elder brothers are smoking. Imagine having a family where the elder brother is the one that comes in the parlor and spreads his leg on the TV and and smoke. The younger ones learns it and feels that this is a part of life. So for now, we're going to stop for here for the reasons why young people are into drugs.
Thank you so much for that insightful.
Thank you very much.
Points you outlined there.
Thank you.
Now, with your knowledge, and thank God you say you've been working with a lot of persons, which you shared their story. I find it hard to say, but I believe there are ways we can prevent this.
Sure.
There are ways we can support the youth having this challenge.
Exactly.
Can you give us some of these ways?
Okay. First of all, I would have loved to start with this, but I will put it in truthfully because the person speaking to you is a pastor. Okay. So I can't. The parts or the keys or the help that I've been able to render to young people to prevent this or to come out of it, spiritual part of it is always involved. The God factor is always involved. No, not necessarily because I'm just a pastor. I've tested it again and again. The God factor has a way of helping out to
when
get
you said
someone.
You've tested it, I thought you said you tested
No.
drug.
Like I've tested the
Are
principle.
you trying to say you've not smoked?
No.
Or
I've
tried any drug
actually.
before?
I don't drink.
Wow.
I've only taken alcohol once in my life when I was young. I think the only smoke I've ever taken is the matches. You light the matches while growing up, you put it in your mouth, the kind of stuff.
Those
So and then actually the best thing I would say today is that it's a privilege if you're not addicted to anything. You don't know what it means that in 21st century you're not addicted to anything.
Form of social
It is
right?
you are a special breed. You don't know what God have done for you. Okay. Having said that, secondly, see, God loves even the guys that are addicted to one thing or the other.
He said he came for the sinners.
Are you getting this?
Yes.
So this is just the truth. You see, God is not angry. God is not trying to punish you because you're addicted to drugs. No. In fact, God is the one stretching his hands to help you. Now, with that understanding, last week, something as if I knew I'm going to be here. A friend of mine gave me a very sad story. She came to my office trying to pick up one thing or the other. What happened? She just told me she lost a very good friend. I said, what happened to him? He's a young boy that just finished university. But he says he's addicted to smoking. He's addicted. And they found out that for 2 days he has not come out of his house. And then the music has been playing. So they broke the house and saw him dead. He has already frozen. Hands real like this in the room there, almost trying to smell. And they traced it. He said 3 days ago he was taking treatment from the doctor or the nurse. He was high on drugs. And being high, he did beat his tongue and cut off his tongue, half of his tongue. So he was on treatment. They have to sew the whole thing. And even with that, he was still smoking.
Self-harm.
Are you getting it?
Wow.
Until the whole in the room, drugs were there. He was not just smoking, he was sniffing also. So drugs were there. So he died of this. So when she said that, I feel so pained in my heart. Are you getting it? How the devil can be so wicked that he will waste a beautiful, and it's the only child of the parents. I started feeling, how will the parents be feeling right now because of this? So drugs kills.
A lot.
Kills on a daily basis. It kills. It messes up lives. People have been sacked from work because of this. So with that privilege, I've been able to help 1 or 2, 3 people come out of this. So this is it. The first thing I would say is get help from God.
Okay.
I can't separate help when it comes to helping someone that is in addiction from God. The God factor is just the foundation. I can't really tell you the exact day the whole freedom will come, but I can assure you
with God all things are
that
possible,
there is
right?
a place with God that you can't pinpoint exactly when the click will happen, and you look back and wonder, wait, what happened to me? 3 days I've not been able to do this. 4 days, 1 week. The God factor cannot be separated. Find a place with God. Okay. Find God. Let God help you. You see, it is God that is going to help you that the days that you want to go meet up a friend, you will have this leading, don't go. Because that place, there's sniffing of
Danger.
drug. Are you getting me?
Yes.
There's danger, exactly. So get help from God. Number 2, avoid places where you know drugs and alcohol will be available.
Served, yes.
This is very important.
Parties
Hey,
and
see, I'm also engaged with football.
okay.
I'm also a football coach. I have a football team, and I love football.
And athletes do drugs the most.
Are you getting me? So trying to send people, footballers outside the country, stuff like that. I see young people who get, they have strength to play the
Yes.
game, but it's like their strength is 40 minutes, they are off. The whole thing is gone.
Wow.
Because they take these drugs before they start the work,
To
the football thing.
enhance their
Now,
energy level.
you see some of them messed up. You see that? They are so messed up. Find God first. Wherever you know there's going to be drug available, alcohol available, don't go there. Just try preventing the environment where you'll be ruled into this.
Be cautious.
Many years ago, why in campus? When we talk of drugs, we only think of the guys.
Yeah.
No. Why in campus many years ago, I was helping this young lady come out of this thing. She was living in my hostel. She was so addicted to smoking in their hands to an extent that guys will gather on a Saturday doing cleanup, sitting on the fence smoking. She'll be passing out. She'll say, "Excuse me," she'll collect and sniff. To that extent.
Wow. Very loose.
I'm telling to that extent that she's proud of it. She doesn't, until one of the days at the pump site, the bus they were struggling for bus to come out back from school. She fainted. They rushed her to the hospital. The doctor did the scan and discovered her heart is already messed up, and begged her to stop smoking. Then she came for help. Now it's not just the guys. Wherever you know, because this is an addiction. Addiction means there's a power holding you bound.
down,
You are
yeah.
trying, but you can't break through. Whenever you know that, see, that place, if you go there, there are going to
There
be
are
drugs,
going to be
don't go
drugs.
there. So prevent the place. Number 3, surround yourself with friends who don't take, see, it's friends.
The same peer
The-
pressure thing.
exactly, the friends. If you know there are 3, 4 other friends that are into this, it's time. This is the best time to start deleting them. Start
Sifting them,
distancing. Now
right?
you getting it. Start
Yeah.
going off from their gatherings.
That's why the benefits.
Proverbs 1:10 says, my son, if sinners entice you, say no.
Say no.
They will come, say no. Because there will be enticement. There will
It won't
be
be
try it
easy,
a little bit.
because we have people that pay for our food,
Yeah.
take us to
Exactly.
luxurious places, and who doesn't like a nice treat?
And that's beautiful. But actually, we're talking about your life here. You get, and we're talking to people who really want to change. Because change, that's the next point. You must choose to change. You must make up your mind that, see, okay, I want to change. I've seen what this thing can do. It can mess up someone's life. And I want to be a good person. I want to be a transformed person. Without that, we can't even help you. God can't help a man who doesn't want to change.
It's true.
Are you getting it? So that's the next point. Desire change. Desire transformation. Desire to be a better person. When that desire kicks in, you can sacrifice these things you are saying. You can take these steps you are saying and find yourself healing again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I wish we can just have you going on,
Again
on,
and again
on,
and again
on.
and again.
The church has done a lot,
Okay.
but the church on its own seems not to be enough resources
Okay.
to handle the social vices we're having in the society.
Okay.
I mean, it has been alleged that some clergymen do drugs.
Okay.
Some clergymen have been involved in 1 or 2 heinous social vices.
Okay.
I'm not going to say names, I'm not going to say denomination.
Okay.
But they say where there are rumors, there are elements of
That's truth, yeah. Some truth.
So what other resources do you think should be, put in place to help check this trend? Because we are not here to condemn, like you rightly stated
Exactly.
from the beginning. We want to help. We want people to reach out to these institutions, to these places or persons and say, because I know you're available from what you've
Exactly.
been saying.
Yeah.
What more can these people reach out to or meet that will help them change? You said they should desire. Desire alone, I don't think
Yeah,
it will
yeah,
get.
it
If
will
I
be.
desire a Benz, I don't think I'll just have it because I
Exactly,
desire.
exactly.
So what more resources do you think are available for them to turn to become better persons from?
Okay. When it comes to resources, first of all, I don't want to go back to what I've just said.
Okay.
Resources will get involved with things and people too.
Sure.
Okay, so go to God, like we said, the God factor. Okay, go to God. I was an angry person, very angry person, very angry person. anger nearly, I nearly killed a friend
Wow.
in the church then because of anger.
That bad.
That bad. I threw the javelin, the ngwan, this thing used to dig the ground. I threw it on him, and he did dodge it, and then the thing stuck on the ground. So I thought about it. If the guy did not bend, so that was the last day I became. So I left the church compound, and I rushed home, and I knelt down in my room, and I cried. I said, God, if this guy did not bend, what would have happened? With that, and anger fuels the force.
Sure.
So with that anger, yes. So that day, the Lord gave me one thing. He said, from now, learn to walk away. Whenever the anger comes up, take a walk.
Away.
And it's been a good healing tool towards anger. So I don't know how God is going to help you, but I know God will help you if you come.
Definitely.
That's number one.
Yes.
Number two, find a mentor. One of the biggest resources to coming out of any weakness is find someone who either have gone through such thing and overcome, or someone who has not even gone through it and have the key to helping you come out of it.
Okay.
So find a mentor. If I've gone deep down inside the pit like Joseph did, and I've been able to come out and become a prime minister, I can write a book and give you steps on how to come out of the pit and become a prime minister, because I've done it and I've seen what it takes. So find a mentor. Find someone you can be accountable to. There are a few people you can't lie to. You can't lie to yourself.
You can't lie to yourself.
You can't lie to God.
True.
You can't lie to your doctor. You can't lie to your pastor. You can't lie to your lawyer. Find a mentor who you can be open to and free. And I advise every time, if you're a lady, find a female mentor.
Okay.
If you're a guy, find a male mentor.
Why the sexting? Why?
Because you see, the devil is the devil is very powerful and very tricky,
Okay.
So if a girl came for counseling, and when I was on the counseling table, I discovered her problem was sexual addiction.
Yeah.
What I did was I referred her to a female spiritual mentor of mine, and when the mama handled the case, she called me and said, I never knew you were this wise. That if it's another person and start getting deeper with her story,
Yes.
something might
Empathy,
lead. Are you getting the whole thing? So if you're a female person, always find a female mentor who can actually help you heal. Okay? And be open to the person. Don't lie. If you make mistake again, stand up. Tell her you've made a mistake. Tell him you've made a mistake. He will lead you again and again and again. Okay? So these few resources, being accountable to God, being accountable to a mentor, I believe is going to help you. You see, the place of prayer is also important. That's why mentors must be spiritual people, must be people that pray. You see, when I take matters to help people come out of heartbreak, addictions, whatever, I write their names and I take them to the place of prayer continuously and consistently. Because, you see, the person of the Holy Spirit is the one that knows. He knows there is evil tomorrow. He knows there is a place tomorrow that this guy is going to go to and he'll be messed up.
Sure.
He can help change the direction. He knows how. We can't really tell. So we get him involved continuously. I have been sleeping and I get awake from sleep by the Spirit of God. I said, start praying for this fellow.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And then I just start praying. 2 days later, the person called and said, this is what I was going through so time. Are you getting it? And I recall, wow, okay, that's why God asked me to start praying for you. Why? Because you're accountable to somebody and the person takes you up in the place of prayers. Still God factor.
Yeah.
But still also a mentorship factor. And then lastly, under resources is finding a group of people that are actually, iron sharpened iron.
True.
Both in the positive and the negative.
True.
Okay? So positive irons are going to sharpen you. While in school, one of the things that helped change my grade was clicking with people that were intelligent, people that read books. My younger sister came out with first class, and I once asked her, how did you manage to have A all throughout from first year to? He said, it's not magic. There's no day I don't read.
Wow.
If you have such a friend who you see reading all the time, doing assignment, you'll be motivated to.
Yes.
Okay, find friends who have a plan for their future, who wants to go far, who either has gone out of this drug thing or have overcome it. Click with them. If you see that this guy can do this, I also can do it also.
Sure.
Okay, with these few resources and other things, I believe if you make up your mind, and this is what I want to say also, see, it took time for someone to be addicted.
Sure.
It will take time to come out of it. It doesn't just happen like this. That's where we have problems. Where people, 2 years, it took you 2 years to be addicted to one thing or the other, to drugs, to smoking. Now you want to just let it
Get
change
out of
overnight.
it,
It doesn't
yeah.
happen that way. It
Yes.
will take time. It will take time. It's not just by laying of hands. It's beautiful. It can help,
happen.
but actually, it will take time to come out of it. And because it will take time, you need accountability partners. Okay. With this, I believe you are going to be better. You're going to
Oh,
be fine.
thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Indeed, you're a life coach, like you said,
Thank
not
you,
just
ma'am.
a youth coach. You're a life coach.
Thank you.
But I just one challenge I have with all the beautiful things you've said.
Okay.
You kept saying how the God factor, the church, and all.
Okay.
Do you know we have many? In fact, I would say 90% of people doing drugs.
Yeah.
People abusing themselves, abusing their destinies,
Yeah.
are not Christians.
Okay.
Not because they are not born
Okay.
into Christian
Okay, okay,
homes,
yeah, yeah.
but these are people that don't know God.
Okay.
How do we get them to, come to know God? Because I think if you say God,
Exactly.
you should be able to sell not really sell anyway, but to get the God reason or the God
Yeah,
part to them.
I get it.
So how then do we just pray on the screen for these ones that God, by the working of the Holy Spirit, will convert their hearts
Okay.
for them to start knowing God, and then He will not take out the drug thing from their life? Or do we have like your, permission for these ones to reach out to you? Because I really don't know how we're going to bring God to these people.
Oh, okay.
I really don't know, and I'm
See.
bothered about that 90.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. It's very beautiful. Yeah, I love that. A lot of young folks are not even going to church anymore.
No.
Okay. So actually, the place of God, the place of the church is not to wait for people. Church is a sending house.
Okay.
Okay. The place of church is to go into the world. It's the go ye ministry.
Missionary
Okay.
setting.
Now, there are lesson centers.
Okay.
There are campuses.
Okay.
There are polytechnics. There are secondary schools. I have some few young folks who I train and will send them out on the mission to go to the secondary schools and do these teachings and helping and prayers, and then give platform for mentorship.
Wow.
Okay. I feel there are people that might likely watch this that need help.
True.
You can reach out. That's number one. Number two, there are also people that have actually overcome this. I feel you should come out and tell your story.
Sure.
And then also use your platform of where you've come from to help other people.
True,
So I'm encouraging young people, matured people that have been able to overcome this thing before.
Or even people that are suffering it
Are you getting it?
and struggling
Exactly.
it, they can actually
Come
share their
out.
pain.
Come out. Because you can't tell how much your voice can help
Can
someone.
help, it's true.
Somebody's about to die tomorrow, next week on this issue. Your voice might be the only thing that will save the person. So the church, the problem with some of us, the church, is that we are sitting waiting. Why actually they should be sitting and we are going out for them.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm begging. And you're talking of how do we're already doing that right now. This video is a very big platform.
Thank
You
you.
don't know how powerful and how much this can reach to one sister in the country, outside the country. I'm telling you. I once had a youth convention where I spread the tapes and people kept calling from Kano,
Wow.
from Castina,
Wow.
and they kept saying thank you for this, thank you for this. That's how beautiful this can be, a big tool of resources. So I feel we should move out. We should do more of going out. The church is just a center where we train people. A lot of people will never come to the church until we go reach out to them. So I think this time around we should go out and reach out to more people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You didn't give us, you said we should reach out and then voice out.
Okay.
True. Our motto is voice against vice, which
Beautiful.
we're advising everybody to voice out. Silence is not an option.
No, it's
People
not.
are
It's
dying because of our silence
true.
and negligence.
That's
Now you said reach out. You didn't give us your handle. I know you have a youth church that is thriving. And
Yeah.
then some persons might be willing to work with you in the sending, and then
Exactly.
some might want to
That's
work with
beautiful.
you
Yeah.
in the receiving. So
That would be good.
I think you should give us your handle, and I won't ask you any more things.
Okay, Facebook, Chizoba Enoch is my Facebook page, and should I call my number?
Sure.
Oh, okay, you can
Okay.
reach out on 08062 700 That's my personal phone number. Please call directly for this case, for this particular.
Please don't ask for money.
Are you understand what I'm saying?
It's been a very beautiful
yes,
section,
yes.
and I'm excited to say, I think we've done justice to today's topic.
Yeah.
I'm excited to say that. And please be encouraged. If you've been abusing drugs, don't wait until you're about to die like
No,
the
no,
young
no,
persons he has
don't.
mentioned in the
Please
different
don't.
scenarios that
Yeah.
he brought up to want to, turn around.
Yeah.
There's help.
Yes, sir.
He's going to help.
Yes, sir.
I myself, I'm going out with him now, like he said. We should go
There's
out.
help.
We are
There's
all out to help.
Exactly.
And then don't be silent.
Don't be.
If you are challenged, don't be silent. If you know someone that is challenged, I challenge you to help that person.
That's true.
Okay, we heard a lot of stories from him, but I would like a real life story, a real life testimony of a sufferer of any of these vices we are talking about. Have you been a Yahoo guy? Have you been a cultist? Have you been into smoking, drug abuse? Just any of these addiction that we're talking about. Can you come up and speak on this, or can you send us a voice note? Now we want you to be honest and real, because your account, your story can actually impact
Exactly.
the next person or the next generation. When we discuss some of these social vices, people think we're just talking the
Exactly.
usual. But when you see someone that has that pain, recount how they started, how they've been struggling, the silent pain, the shame, the expenses. Drug abuse is very expensive.
Very expensive.
Now,
Very.
if you meet people, or if you are one of such persons and you are willing and able to, recount this in front of the camera or even on the radio section, we would love to have you here.
Yeah.
We are very open and we will welcome you. And also, if you know anyone that needs help and you can get them to come open, we're here 247 to work with you. Like I said, we have experts like him and so many others, both in the health sector, both in the legal department. Just let's have you come and then we'll pick it up from there. Thank you for being a part of us during this beautiful conversation with Pastor Enoch, the pastor in charge of the evening church, a place of transformation. Please do well to reach out to him, not just for yourself, but for anyone you know that he's challenged, for any persons at all that you know can be impacted, or if you want to even be a voice that will be campaigning against such social vices, don't be silent. Don't be. Silent is now very costly. It is costing lives, it is causing destruction of properties, and then why do we need to suffer when then our voice can do the whole thing? So it's been a beautiful time with you. I hope and I pray you will like, share, and follow him, follow us, and keep tuning in to Lida's Voices. Join us again in our next episode, where we'll be bringing another interesting topic that borders around youth empowerment, youth liberation, and of course the entirety of the betterment of human life, which is what Lida's Voices is about. Thank you, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Lida's Voices. Voice against vice.